This conference will now be recorded.
For example, so I have already established a connection to the specific data source which is available in a 2023.2 folder, correct? One second.
This conference will now be recorded.
So if you look at here, I have connected to the data source which is available under 2023.2 folder, correct? When you want to edit the connection to repoint or to connect to the new source which is similar to the same data source, okay, you can edit the connection. You can go back to your required source file location, select the source file, then open it. Now you are able to get the data of 2022 data source, correct? Let's how to edit the data source, how to how to repoint a data source to the new source. Edit the data source, again select edit connection, select 2023.2, select the sample superstore. Here one thing we should understand, the source file extension is the same. So when you have the same source file extension, you can directly edit the connection. Otherwise, if you're now you pointed to the Excel source, next you want to point to the text data file, that needs to be replaced the existing source sample superstore. In that case, that is a what we can say, there is another process to replace the data source. But when you have the same file extension like this, the way you can able to edit. Got it? Now we are able to get a 2023 data as well. So as I said, moreover I have given couple of requirements, right? What is that? Category, uh, subcategory, sales, something I said. Profit, quantity, discount. Like the way I have four measures. So what I said, I want to have each category bars in a independent color for each measure. So when I drag category to the colors, what happens? The category color will be applied to all the measures. So furniture category showing with a blue color, which is applicable for all the measures. It should not be like that. So it should be like a sales category in one color, profit category in another color, quantity category in third color, and a discount category in a fourth. Similarly, this will be applicable to other categories for other measures. Hope you got it right. So that is actual requirement. Let's let's go back once. Mm. If you look at here, when I place a category into the colors, so when you are placing a category into the colors, first you should understand where you are placing the category. You are placing the category into the colors under all marks card. How I am saying this as all, here it is showing all. All means what? If this is the universal one. If you are placing anything, this will be applicable to all the measures, all other marks cards as well. So now I'm dragging category to the colors. Yes, if you select any of the measure marks card, that will be shows the same. Got it? If you want, if you remove it from the all, it get removed from all marks cards. So let's place again category into the colors. Let's select sales. I'm removing category from colors from the sales marks card. If you look at what is happening, sales itself showing with one unique color. Why? Because the measure marks cards are independent. So the column level conditional formatting can be possible when you have multiple measure marks cards. When a marks card will be available for a measure, for example, category, subcategory. If you look at, I'm placing what is that measure names. Let's place measure values into the, okay. So let's filter out for the data sales, quantity, profit, discount. If you look at here, if you look at here, so measure values is only one measure, acts as only one measure. Whereas comes to the sheet 2, when you are placing measures side by side, each measure acts as an independent measure. Moreover, each measure has its own independent access point. This is for sales, this is for profit, quantity, discount. Whereas comes to the sheet 3, here, yes, it has independent measure axis, but everything is for a value. Value is the universal name applicable for all the marks cards. I mean all the measures. You can use this order count also. Same axis will be shown. This is the value axis. Value axis is common for all. If you are placing, if you look at here, we don't have any other marks card for any other measure. Marks card is not independent here when you are using measure names and measure values. Got it? So when you want to get, for example, let's place category into the colors. Yes, all measures which belongs to the furniture category will be shown with one color. Accordingly, other categories will be shown respective colors for all the measures. Correct? Comes to the sheet 2. Here the sales is showing with one color. This is not possible in sheet 3. How will you place a, how can you show sales with one color? One second. Uh, so how will you show sales with one color? How, is it possible? If you're placing anything into the colors, that dynamically applying to all the measures. There is no customization when you are not placing a independent measures into the columns section. Got it? So now let's place a sales. Let's remove the sales for category column from the marks card. Let's go to the sales. So what do you want here? You want to place category into the colors. Yes, you can place now. Now let's place category into the profit. We can place it. So here, oh, the same is applicable for all the worksheets. Let's remove this. Okay. So now even you are understanding, right? So when I am trying to make a category into the colors for multiple measures, still it is taking the same color. If you are making change in one measure marks card, then that is being applied to other measure marks as well. So there is some workaround solution, so that you have to find out. Got it? So I know the solution, but the thing, that you have to identify, because I expected when I place category into the different marks cards, the customization is possible, but here the customization is not possible. But what type of customization is possible? So when you want to place when you want to show two measures with different colors, yes, it is possible. So remaining two measures showing with the same colors, right? So for example, you can customize by dragging other column into the colors section. If you look at, so these subcategories are having different colors. That is only for applicable for quantity. But similarly, so I given a hint for this. So I am placing category into the sales and profit. So when I am placing same dimension, it is having what, it is applying same colors. Whereas comes to the quantity, when I am placing other measure, that is not impacting to the other measure, correct? So it is showing with some unique colors. So it is possible now. So you can take this as a reference. Accordingly you can plan with some workaround solution to place to have independent colors for each measure for same category. Got it? So try to work on it. Again we'll discuss tomorrow on the same solution. Actually I expected, but that's not working, but it works. There is some alternate that you have to think. Okay, so what is another requirement? Something I given, right?
Yeah, but that chart, I mean, the chart name dynamically changing based on the number given in the filter parameter. That
Parameter, yeah, is that done?
uh, actually, I didn't get a chance to work on it,
uh,
but I will work on it today.
okay, so Krishna Prasanna, what about you?
Not
Didn't work, huh?
winter.
Okay, so do practice, otherwise you cannot understand tool functionality. So simple, here now I tried, I did not find the solution, my expectation is wrong. So I have to think about some workaround solution. It is not a case like it is not possible. It is possible. I have to find how tool is working, how tool functionality is working. Accordingly I have to plan. Okay, so let's we discussed till where, top and bottom, sir. We passed
Yes.
parameters into that.
One more scenario is like two sheets have to apply the same filter.
Parameter being applied to two
Ah,
sheets a common value.
two
I
sheets.
don't want I want to replace like when I want to pass two different values, what is the solution for that? Correct.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
uh, Try to work on that as well. So let's create some more other solutions. Okay, so let's filter the data. What is the difference between this use all and all option? What is the difference between use all and this all option? So this all option works when you have a number of values, instead of selecting all values one by one, all available values one by one, with a single selection you can select all values, all available values. Okay, whereas comes to the use all, when your underlying source updated with new subcategories that dynamically selected and shown into the report when you are selecting use all. Got it? Whereas comes to the all option, it selects only available values from the current list, that is with the all option. Hope you got it. Okay, so now So here condition option also we have condition tab. So where you can specify some conditions. So if you look at this is a sales sum greater than, for example, I'm giving I have to give some value. I am not sure whether what is the range of values we have at subcategory. Let's load this so that you can able to find min and max values for the current report. So 8532 is a minimum value. This is the maximum value, 3,35,000. So I'm giving the value 3,25,000. Yes, it is possible. So what is happening? The condition whatever I given, the condition getting executed, and the satisfied results being shown in the report. Correct. So like the way you can able to apply the condition. Let's take one more scenario for this. Okay, so we have 17 subcategories in which I want to identify list of subcategories, least list of subcategories, least three list of subcategories which is having sales more than 2 lakhs. What is the requirement? Least three subcategories which having sales more than 2 lakhs. That I want. Hope you got the requirement. Least three subcats more than 2 lakhs. So sheet for what is the name? Conditional condition used in a colors for measure values. That's for okay. Hope you got the requirement. So I have to show least subcategories which made least sales having more than the sale amount to 2 lakhs. Okay, let's go through some other things. Okay, so we know when we are placing any date column to the report, by default it is hierarchied. There is only one column that is default hierarchied. Date columns are the default hierarchied. Okay, when you select the plus labels, it get navigated to the lower dimensions. What is the lower dimension? For year, lower dimension is quarter, like this month and day. Correct. So sheet 6, whereas comes to the sheet 6, if you look at is it possible to create a hierarchy between multiple dimensions? Here date is a default hierarchy, so no need to create a hierarchy for this. Now here, is it possible to create a hierarchy between dimensions? So what is a hierarchy? What is a hierarchy? Hierarchy is nothing but creating a parent child relation. create a parent and child relation between between multiple columns, multiple dimension columns, multiple dimension columns. How to create a hierarchy? So let's take products hierarchy. Under the products hierarchy, first identify what all are the columns belongs to the products. Subcategory, category, product name. These all are the major columns belongs to the product hierarchy. So how to create a hierarchy then? Select the next dimension, that is subcategory. What is a higher dimension here? So among these three, what is the parent here? What we can consider as a parent? Category is a parent. Next subcategory, next product name. So now drag subcategory on top of a category. If you look at, just select, drag it, and drop on top of the category until it has shows selection here. Now it is highlighted with the color. So moreover, the plus label also being shown along with the cursor point. Place this. Now hierarchy getting created. To create a hierarchy, what is this hierarchy name? Product hierarchy. Yes. Now what is the next one? Product name. Now select the product name, drag it next to the subcategory, not on top of, next to the subcategory. There is a line mark highlighted, right? Drop it there. Now product hierarchy got created. If you look at in the report, it dynamically reflected. When you select a minus, yes, this is a higher dimension. Like this the way you can select plus buttons to drill down your visualization to the lower dimensions. What is the use with this? I have a requirement from the client. By default, when I open the report, it has to show categorical information. But if I want, I should have a capability to drill down to the next subcategory, next product name, so that I can able to identify what is the sale amount of my respective subcategories and categories. Like this, the way we have requirement from the client. What is the alternate solution? Creating a hierarchy between the dimensions is one alternate solution for that. Got it. So otherwise, what happens? You create a hierarchy, you create a category under respective sales. When user wants to see subcategory level information, either you have to create one more report with the category and subcategory. Otherwise, user has to reach out to development team to create to place a subcategory into the report and redeploy the report. Got it. So like the way we can able to create a hierarchy. Using the hierarchy, we can make a parent child relation. Category acts as a parent and remaining acts as a dimensions. One second.
This
Let's
conference will now be recorded.
report. So like the way we can able to create a hierarchy between the dimensions. Now we are going to discuss about a new thing. This is a category. This is a subcategory. Correct. So let's place a sales. So till now we achieved top and bottom using conditions, filter conditions, right? Under the filter section, there is a top section where we are able to achieve this. Apart from that, we can achieve this with calculations. So actually calculations plays very biggest role in Tableau. What is the next one? Calculations. So calculations plays a biggest role. What is the use of calculation? Calculations is nothing but creating a new column. How to create a new column? First, right click here. There is an option create a calculated field. Select create a calculated field. So for your calculation, you have to give a name. So I'm giving top 3. I'm giving top 3. So this is way of creating a calculated field. To create a calculated field, first we should understand what all are the functions available here. Just to expand this, if you look at here, these are the functions we have. Approximate more than 200 functions we have. Those all functions categorized into multiple types. Select the top drop down. Here we have the categorization. If you select a number, these are the number functions. If you select a string, these are the string functions. If you select date, these are the date functions. So type conversion, this is the type conversion functions. Convert one data type to other data type. These are the logical functions. Actually, logical functions plays a very crucial role which used to embed other functions into these logical functions. If else if okay, case statements, these all are the logical functions. So moreover, aggregate functions, these are the aggregate functions. These are the user functions. These user functions used to implement data security. What is a data security? For example, in the report I'm showing 3 categories. If I deploy this report, everyone I given access to 5 members. So 5 members can able to access 5 these 3 categories. There is no restriction to access the content in the report. They can able to see all the records. Now we can implement a restriction to access a number of records based on the any specific dimension. So for example, I'm a specific brand owner. I'm only owner of furniture products. So in this case, what you will do, you have to implement a security. When I open the report, my report dynamically has to show only furniture information, not other information. But by default, my report has all categories information. There might be a super users, right, who is owners for all brands, all categories. Though those has to show, those has to read the content of all categories. So like the way, with a single report has to justify multiple scenario cases. That is possible with user level functions. So user level functions helps in that case to implement a security, data security. Okay, this is a table calculation functions. These all are the functions executed at report level data. You should understand sum of sales. Sum of sales is aggregated at report level dimension. Aggregated at a report level dimension. So if you're talking about only the sales, that is raw data. What is the difference? Sales and sum of sales. In Tableau, measured are aggregated at a report dimensions. Got it? Whereas comes to the sales, this is a disaggregated measure. Disaggregated measure. What is the difference between these two? What is the difference? So for book cases, this is the sum of sales. Underlying how many records we have? 232 records. So summing of sales of 232 records is 1,15,361. That 232 records sales is the sales. It's disaggregated measure, and we can call this as a raw data. Correct? Whereas comes to the sum of sales, this is a report dimensions. I mean, This is aggregated measure. By default in the report, in Tableau reports, measures are aggregated to the report level dimension. In the report level, what is the dimension we are using? Sales. But when you are dragging sales to the report, it is converting as a sum of sales. So summing of 232 sale amounts is a sum of sales. That is a aggregated measure. So now this table calculated functions. These functions are executed at report level dimensions. Report level means aggregated. So the aggregation might be any type. It's a sum is a default. Select the drop down when you want to change the measure aggregation. Right click on it. There is sum is an option. Select average. This is average of sales. Average of sales. So any type of aggregation, we can change any type of aggregation. Whereas comes to the table calculation functions, these are executed at report level dimensions. Report level dimensions means the measure aggregations which is executed at report level. It is average of sales. You can use average of sales. So whenever you are writing any function, is very clear. You have to use some or any aggregation in the table calculated functions. Whereas comes to the other function execution, no need to write any type of aggregation. Without the aggregation, you can directly use a sales. It passes raw data into the report. Got it? So like the way we can differentiate, these are the special functions, these are the new functions. Okay, so like the way we can able to differentiate various type of functions. Let's go with one by one. So let's create a top three sum of sales. Okay, so to identify the top and bottom, first of all what we should know, first of all we have to identify what is the subcategory having highest sales, what is subcategory having least sales. To identify that, what we need in general, we have to perform rank 1 is the highest sale. Similarly, you can compare it with the student scorecard in a classroom. Who is the top 1 rank, who is top 2, who is top 3. So if you are able to sort your data based on rank, it will be very easy to extract respective ranked students. Similarly here, we are talking about subcategory level aggregation. I want to list the 3 subcategories. So if you are capable to find rank for each subcategory, then it is possible to get a top 3 subcategories. Correct? So now I am performing rank dense of a rank. There they search for the rank. Let's try this. There are multiple rank related functions. Each function has its own execution. I am going with the rank dense. So later we'll discuss about rank functions, but let's now just go with the rank dense. If you want any brief description about the rank dense, just look at the right side. This is the descriptive information about the execution, and this is the example for that. When you have the values 6, 9, 9, 14, rank dense returns 1, 2, 2, 3. Got it? I'm searching for the rank. Yes, this is a rank. So if you look at when you have the same values 9, 9, okay, it is assigning same rank, but the next value rank getting increased. What it is? 4. So the sequential order will be taken for the next record. 1, 2, 2, 4 it is assigning for the rank. Whereas comes to the rank dense, same example 6, 9 and 14. So it is returning the rank 1, 2, 2, 3. Correct? This is the exact rank we are expecting, because we might have sales, same sales from multiple subcategories. So those all subcategory has to show with the same sales. The next will be a sequence number. It must be 3. It should not be 4 or it should not be 5. Something else. Correct? Next subcategory will become the third rank. Let's go to the rank modified. What is the rank modified execution? 6 and 9 9 14. So the resultant of rank modified returns 1 3 3 4. If you look at what is the maximum sequence number when you are placing a 9 9 two common values, 1 2 3, correct? The 3 is the highest number that will be taken for remaining same values, 1 3 3. The next will be sequential order again, 4. Whereas comes to the rank percentile, this is the percentile option, 6 9 9 14. It needs to be calculated like in a class who is who scored highest mark, that will be the 100%. It's not against with the total marks, it is against to the highest scored candidate's score become the 100. Accordingly the remaining score percentages need to be calculated. If it is 100, some other person, one person got 95, one person got a 95, that is 100%. If you consider one person got a 90, what is his percentage value based on number of records? If I have only 4 records, what is the percentages of those 4 candidates against with the highest scored candidate? That is possible with the rank percentile. Got it? So that you will understand when we are discussing about rank percentile. Okay, so don't worry about that, that's just a simple formula. So next rank unique, when you have 6 9 9 14, what it is returning? It is returning 1 2 3 4. So it is giving just a sequence number. To get exact sequence number you have to use rank unique. Here when I have same values, to get correct ranking, you have to go with rank dense, correct? Rank dense, now I'm going with a rank dense. So I want to find the ranks. Rank dense, what is another thing what I have to use? You can use the expression. Look at here, syntax, rank dense of expression, sum of sales. So on which measure you want to find rank? I want to find the rank on a measure sum of sales. So why I'm using sum of sales? Because rank dense is a function, is part of a table calculated function. Rank dense is part of a table calculation. So table calculated function must execute only on aggregated measures. So if you are using only the sales, this is the raw measure. This will not be taken under rank dense, under any of the table calculated function. That's the reason I have to use. So you can see the error elsewhere. All fields must be aggregate or constant when using table calculation function or fields from multiple data sources. Got it? It must be aggregated. That's the reason I am aggregating this. When you are aggregating sum of sales, so brace, square brace will be applied to the original columns. Sum is aggregated. Got it? Sum of sales, here how do you want to assign the rank? Based on descending order or ascending order? If you want a highest sale subcategory with rank 1, that should be like a descending. So to mention descending, you have to mention DESC. Let's search for rank again. You can look at the syntax, expression comma ascending or descending, that we have to specify. I have specified a single quote DESC. So descending order ranks I want to show. The calculation is valid now. Let's apply this. Okay, let's drag this to the report. So if you look at here, what is happening? By default, it is also acts as a measure, right? Rank 1 2 3 4 5 6, those ranks are what is that? Integer numbers. Integer numbers by default acts as what? A measure. correct? So it is a continuous measure. So if you want to make it as a discrete, right click on it. There's an option continuous. By default it is continuous. When it is showing with a green color pill, it acts as a continuous. Right click on it. Let's make it a discrete. Okay, obviously discrete shown with the original, I mean whole numbers 1 2 3 4 separately. Let's drag it to the rows section next to the subcategory. If you look at now, this is values. What is the highest sale subcategory? Shades. Shades is assigned as rank 1, correct? What is the next sale amount subcategory? Phones. This is showing with the number 2, second rank. So rank 1 means highest subcategory, rank 17 means least subcategory based on their sales performance. Let's take let's duplicate this. How to duplicate? Right click on the column, select to duplicate. Yes, like the way we can able to duplicate. Right click and edit. Okay, here instead of ascending I am giving, sorry, instead of descending I'm giving ascending. Instead of top I'm giving a bottom three. Okay, it is by default continuous. Let's place again this to the report. Let's convert this to the discrete. When you are placing as a discrete, it acts as a dimension. It acts as a dimension. So if you look at this is a top 3 one based on sorting order descending. So rank 1 will be highest, 17 same rank assigned by the bottom 3 column for chairs, because the execution process is different. Least sale subcategory will be shown with the rank number 1 when you are saying, when you are using ascending rank. Okay, the highest subcategory is shown with the highest rank. So like the way you can differentiate ascending and descending. When you want to filter out the data, let's duplicate the sheet. Right click on the sheet and duplicate it. Go to the sheet 7, right click on it. Let's select an option, filter, select a none, select 3 subcategories I want. Yes, for 3 subcategories, no doubt these 3 subcategories made highest sales in the business. But whereas comes to the rank point, rank dense descending assigning 1 2 3, rank dense ascending assigning 6 15 16 17. That's a difference. Whereas comes to the sheet 7 2, here right click on the bottom 3, it's filter the data. So when you want to show top 3 subcategories, you have to select maximum 3 ranks, correct? Both are giving same result, sheet 7 and sheet 7 duplicated copy. But the thing here filtered based on other column, here filtered based on some other column. Here it is filtered based on top 3, here it is filtered based on bottom 3. But every time you cannot estimate, we have only 17. If you are adding new subcategories, the ranks get changed, the execution process get changed, new ranks will be assigned. Now you have 17 subcategories, so you manually selected these 3. But when you have increased your subcategories with more than 17, again the rank need to be readjusted. As a developer, again you have to do this, correct? Whereas comes to the sheet 7, no need to do anything because you have selected only 1 2 3. Whatever, there might be a number of subcategories get added to your underlying data source, but whatever part of top 1 2 3 that get executed and shown in the report, you have filtered out for 1 2 3. Hope you got it. So like the way we can able to filter out top and bottom. Got it. So one more thing we should understand. That's fine. You are creating top and bottom with a calculation field. You are able to achieve this. But the thing, When you are creating a calculated fields acts as a new columns, top 3 and bottom 3, top 3 and bottom 3. These two are acting as a two different columns. How you are using other columns, like the way you are able to use these two columns. Got it? Calculated field is nothing but deriving a new column in the Tableau. It won't impact to the existing data source. This will be available only in Tableau application. Okay, so calculated fields built with multiple formulas with logical function use cases based on the client requirement. So calculated field itself derives, it has some calculations. It's not a direct column. It has some calculation. It results some value. Okay, that calculated fields acts as a new columns. So by default, Tableau assigned the data type to your column based on the result of the column. Tableau assigning the data type number whole assigned. Why? Because it is only the integer number. That's what number whole assigned, but it has assigned as a continuous. That's the reason it is creating an access point in the report. You are manually converting that to the discrete. Yes, you can also convert that to the discrete in a data pane itself. Right click on the column and select an option, convert to discrete. So when you are making this as a discrete, so it won't create any access. When you select a dimension, similarly just double click on it, it get displayed into the report. Anyway, top 3 already available in the report. That's the reason it placed into the colors. Moreover, you should understand, when you are placing top 3 into the colors, it is assigning each color for each rank. Got it? When you are placing sales to the measure, sales to the colors, it is a continuous colors. So sales itself having only one color, blue color, but the color hue is different. Color hue is different, light color to thick color. But overall, if you look at, this is a light blue, this is thick blue. This is a color we have for measures. Each measure will displayed with only same color, but least sailed, I mean least performed measure will be with the light color, highest performed measure with the highest performed value with the thick color. This is a default one. So right click on the edit colors. Yes, by default it is assigned blue. You can take any of the color. How do you want the combinations? You can use the combinations as well. Gold to purple. So gold means 2,24,000. Least will be the gold, highest will be the blue. So you have to change your color, but it is a continuous section. If you look at, you cannot define a 2,24,645 is blue, 3,35,768 is green, some 24,645 is one more color, like that. It's not a possible case. So for measures also it is continuous. It's like access point how you define, but you can step up the colors. So how do you want to step? The entire color code will be stepped up into how many levels? For example, like the way I'm assigning 3 levels. So this is a 3 levels. This is a red color only, but the thing, one is a color hue is very thick, it's medium, it's very normal, it's very thin. Hope you got it. So like the way using a step up color option, you can able to step up, you can able to create your complete color hue into multiple steps. So 224 645 to 335 768 total is classified into 3 equal steps, so that you in the report end you can able to find very easily what is part of which section. For example, storage 3, this is part of the first section. Whereas comes to the remaining two, those two values are very similar, 3,31, 3,35. So when you are using three steps, it is not part of that one. Both will be part of only same section. So like the way you can able to create a steps for your colors. So separation is not much possible because both the values are very similar. Got it? So you can able to reverse the colors as well. Lowest value will be very thick and the highest value will be very thin. Like that we can able to set up a step colors for your measure. But whereas comes to the number whole, this is for number continuous, I mean number decimals. Okay, when you're placing continuous measures into the colors, like this the way you will have continuous section. But when you're placing the whole numbers, a number will have a unique value, unique color. Got it? So like the way we can able to differentiate continuous and discrete. So Tableau dynamically assigned a data type, and also it assigned as a continuous, you can convert this to the discrete in the data pane as well. Not only in the report, when you're converting continuous to discrete or discrete to continuous, that won't impact to the data pane column. But when you are making the conversion in the data pane, this will be applicable for all the worksheets. Whenever you use the column, that acts as your conversion type. Now it is a discrete, so it acts as a discrete only. It won't act as a continuous, it acts as a similar like a dimension. But the thing, it is returning the integer number. That's what the label is assigned as ash. Ash is usually applied for what? Only the measures. The resultant of this calculated field is 1 2 3 4 5. That's an integer number. That's what it assigns a ash as a label for this. Hope you got it correct. So like the way we can able to use rank functions in Tableau to identify top and bottoms. Okay. Okay then. So we'll connect again tomorrow and we'll discuss a few more things and we'll give a couple of requirements tomorrow. For today, so whatever pending, please